Hey folks, how's it going? This is Seagull here, and I'm pretty excited to be doing this video because my most wanted feature really looks like it has a shot at being in The Sims 4 now. And that, of course, is cars. The thing I've been begging for years and years and years. And that is because a new round of surveys are circulating. It's not one of those ones that's being posted publicly by The Sims Twitter. It seems like only certain people are selected to get it. So we're going to be taking a look at a Sims community article that has reposted all of the different ideas that have been presented. And there's actually a surprising amount of emphasis on cars as well. I'll have a link to the article in the video description below. So the first idea we're going to talk about is actually revisiting one that we had in those surveys from fall of last year. Ocean exploration. Live at the seashore and breathe in the cool, misty air each morning in your fully equipped houseboat. Take a long stroll on the beach, seeking small metallic valuables with your new metal detector. Make crafts with driftwood, sea glass, and other trinkets. Embark on your vessel as a sea captain, hunting for crabs and lobsters, or chartering your boat for sightseeing, whale watching, fishing, and scuba diving trips. Delve deep as a master diver in vibrant marine ecosystems brimming with life while making new discoveries like hidden treasures and ancient secrets. Catch lovely fish and other creatures to populate a new aquarium venue. Bring your finds to the surface and exhibit your skills in art and artifact restoration. Display the rare items to your museum, sell them at auctions to the highest bidder, or even negotiate trades with shady antiquities dealers. This sounds like a fun pack, but I can't ignore that at least almost all of this sounds like it should have just been an Island Living or be an Island Living refresh, but this just seems to be the way that they are continuing to go in with The Sims 4, where recent expansion packs have some themes that feel similar to ones that we've had earlier on with different features, but then it feels like, oh man, if this were all together, or if that first pack had been refreshed. But yeah, it seems like then this is the only way we could get scuba diving that's not a rabbit hole, there we could actually follow our Sims underwater and see all sorts of cool stuff, and also be a chance to refresh mermaids, though I'm surprised they don't mention mermaids at all in here. Of course, this is still just a survey. There's no guarantee that any of this is going to happen, though we've had some ideas from surveys come true in the past, like Snowy Escape is like the strongest example I can remember off the top of my head. Also, I'm not sure how well houseboats would work in this game, because even in Sulani, I feel the good amount of deep water for something like that, it's not a whole lot. I mean, of course, this would have a new world that would be more designed around houseboats, but even then, each neighborhood is only so big. So even though I enjoyed living on houseboats in The Sims 3, I don't think it would live up to that standard in The Sims 4. I think it would probably disappoint. Now, here we go, car life. Enter the ultimate pack that weaves cars into the day-to-day stories of your Sims. Start by sparking kids' love for cars with playful collectible toys and a mini mechanics toolbox. Express imaginations while racing remote control cars and playing with epic toy car tracks. Join an after-school gearhead club or climb into the racing arcade simulator and go head-to-head against friends. Send your teens to driving school so they can get their license and gain independence with their first car, with every choice reflecting your Sim's personality and aspirations. Enjoy a movie at the drive-in theater with friends and family, or share intimate moments at a scenic overlook under the stars with your sweetheart. send your Sims off to work as a gig worker, car salesperson, or professional race driver, or take on an active profession as a mechanic working at the local garage. Wow, that last one is exactly what I've been asking for quite a while. As your Sims grow their income, elevate their status with celebrity limos and luxury cars. Whether they're pretending to drive the couch or fixing up a broken down jalopy, every Sim can find their dream ride. Wow, I was just reminded of that couch car, the drivable couch car. I think it was by Fresh Prince that was made for Sims 2. But get ready to fuel your Sims' passions with their dreams to drive and explore the world of cars in The Sims like never before. Wow. Like, I can't deny that this is a very fascinating idea. A whole expansion pack around the feature I want the most. Is it practical though? I don't know. I mean, if it were a game pack, oh yeah, sure. But geez, a whole expansion pack just about cars. But what's really cool about this idea in particular is that it's almost like Generations, but very focused on cars, because it's like, oh, you have the whole like starting the car interest out young with kids being able to play with RC cars and even build their own almost like Hot Wheels like tracks and having like a gearhead club and having the like racing games and the arcade, and then learning to drive as a teen, and then also like as an adult having these different careers related to cars. That's pretty cool. I would just hope that if they do a cars pack that we still get some basic cars in a free update. It just makes sense to me. Cars are a basic feature for a life simulator in my opinion, and also then that would, I think, also increase the chances of us getting other cars and other packs. Like we had a few different packs in The Sims 3 that added cars, since we had cars since the very beginning in the base game. I also really want to see motorcycles and scooters implemented, because they would theoretically work very similarly to however they make cars work in The Sims 4. Because even though there's no open world, they could still use The Sims 2 as a blueprint, because they had cars in that game too, and it's not open world. So you could have it where you have a driveway object, but instead of it having to be attached to the road like in The Sims 2, you could just place the parking spot anywhere like in The Sims 3. But then, unlike The Sims 3 where the Sims just teleport into the cars, no, you'd have the Sims actually open the doors and get in, and Car Woohoo would return too, of course. And you could also have some just like casual interactions, almost like the same couch interactions that you have, where they could just like sit and talk and listen to music. You could have like the car radio playing. And then when you actually want to drive somewhere, then you'd have the car start to back out of the driveway object, but before it completely goes off of it, it would fade into the void basically, and you hit the loading screen. Then when your destination is loaded, the car would either be in your Sims inventory, or if you have placed parking spots down, then the car would be parked there if there's any spots free. But it does make me very happy that there is a good chance of cars happening, because them not being in businesses and hobbies really discouraged me. But with this survey, yeah, maybe it's just a matter of waiting another year or two before we get them. This next idea is kind of interesting too. Community careers. Welcome to a charming world built around community and neighborhood antics, where Sims embrace exciting new active careers. Tour the local fire station and learn preparedness skills, or become a firefighter / EMT, tackling neighborhood emergencies like fighting fires, rescuing stranded pets from trees, or freeing a toddler whose head is stuck in a stair railing. Enjoy the comforts of the station with fellow firefighters until a call comes in. Then gear up, ride out in a shiny fire truck, and be ready for anything. Because whether your Sim is braving the career or the one calling for help, there's never a dull moment when the alarm bells ring. when the kids come home with gum in their hair. Get out the shears to practice home haircuts before opening a professional salon. Expand offerings with luxury shaves, advanced braids, and custom wigs as the shop goes from a gossip-fueled salon to the cornerstone of sage advice and transformational style. Open a dentist office for teeth cleanings, x-rays, and extractions. Level up to specialize in creating perfect smiles, from braces to new teeth to a shiny grill, from replacing lost dentures or fixing a cracked tooth from a schoolyard brawl. The dentist always saves the day. Patients leave with a smile and a lollipop to ensure return visits. With each career, Sims can choose to give back to the neighborhood, build up community skills, and discover the day-to-day lives of the locals, whether on the job or unwinding at the neighborhood barbecue. What's funny about this idea is you could call this Get to Work 3, though instead of it being a focus on the retail aspect this time, it would be the active careers. And it's also funny thinking about, like, oh wow, a dentistry career appearing on this, because I remember when we got that roadmap for the quarter where we got Growing Together, they emphasized a bit on teeth, and I was like, are we getting family dentists as part of a Generations like expansion pack? I missed the mark on that. I'm sure many of us hate going to the dentist. I know I'm one of them, but I think they could put a pretty comedic twist on dentistry if they put it in The Sims one day as an active career. I think firefighters and hairstylists could potentially bring some interesting gameplay too, though I think you'd face a lot of loading screens as a firefighter, which could get annoying fast, kind of like with the detective career in Get to Work. But I suppose if they were to make another pack where they could give us more than just 1 or 2 active careers at a time, this would be the angle to do it, where it is more focused on community versus Get to Work, which more focused, I guess, on the individual and being more ambitious, I guess. Moving on to the next idea, it weaves cars into it again. Work on wheels. Celebrate the spirit of community and innovation and make every neighborhood come to life with mobile businesses, where your Sims can explore dynamic careers on wheels, transform an old truck into a thriving mobile business, be it a food truck, mobile salon, or even a party bus. Customize and upgrade your vehicle inside and out with your unique flair to stand. Host or participate in lively festivals, collaborating with local events to boost your brand. Navigate real-world challenges like vehicle maintenance, the needs of demanding clientele, and fierce competition. What will you do to gain the edge? Boost your skills, undercut prices, or sabotage your rivals? Inspire the little ones with a Kidsmobile truck play set, spark creativity and fun. Recruit your team to work the register or spin a sign for some free marketing. Whether you're crafting gourmet menus, styling hair on the fly, or bringing the fun to town with Party Bus, every day offers new adventures and storytelling opportunities. So I actually feel kind of the opposite about this one compared to Car Life, which you may find surprising because what? There's cars involved. But I don't think the execution of this really makes a whole lot of sense, because this does feel like an idea where not having open world really would make this sort of pack a lot less fun. And it is weird that there are multiple car related survey ideas on here, but again, it's not guaranteed that every one of these ideas will even come true. But you could also potentially take this as a hint that we would get some basic cars in a base game update, and then we would get multiple packs, and some may weave aspects of cars and transportation into it. But it also is almost like Get to Work 4? I don't know. It still feels like it's another idea that's way too small for a whole expansion pack. Even if this one also has a slight Generations angle like Car Life, but not as much. It is way more business focused. However, there is one idea I absolutely would love for them to take from this, and that is vehicle maintenance. That is something that they could implement into cars however they do them and when they do them, that would make it stand out from cars in the previous games. Because you have the fixer-upper car in The Sims 2 Free Time, but once you fully fix that up and it's restored, you don't have to do anything to keep it in shape. So I think that would be an interesting way of making cars more useful, and that doesn't really depend on open worlds. Vehicle maintenance could involve things like tuning the engine or putting on winter tires, but I'd also love to be able to have our Sims wash their cars. I was just rewatching Carly Rae Jepsen's Call Me Maybe music video, and there's the part where she's washing her car and trying to, at the same time, get the attention of the sexy guy next door. And she's like really failing hard at first, and she falls off the car and then has like a whole fantasy. And I think that would translate to Sims humor very well. Oh, and also, while on the topic of Carly Rae Jepsen, in case you didn't know, if you own the Get Together expansion pack, her song Run Away With Me is on the pop station in Simlish. It's pretty cool. Now this next idea is a weird one. Reality TV. Enter the world of reality TV as a contestant. Sims must survive the social dynamics of being in competition with other strong personalities to win a large simoleon prize and notoriety. While on the show, Sims complete challenges, stoke drama, and can form alliances. Each challenge is a chance for Sims to discover something about themselves, whether a new perspective on life to an unexpected allergy. Keep Sims on their toes and put their skills to the test through baking challenges, physical trials, and social experiments. Each week, your Sim earns points based on challenge outcomes and audience approval rating. Will your Sim come out with lifetime friendships, a nemesis, or a new sense of self? Find out. Wow, would this be an odd way to introduce allergies into The Sims 4? But this reality TV show idea, I don't like. There's so many better packs they could do. I remember they had this sort of idea in a Sims 3 survey back in the day. I don't recall if the premise was the same, but there you go. There's an example of how survey ideas may never come to fruition. Let's just move on to the next theme, suburban living. In the heart of suburban life, every day is an adventure in work, play, and a greener lawn than your neighbor. Unleash your potential at trade school, learning to be a cosmetologist, auto mechanic, so that's interesting, that idea reappears here, truck driver, or become the ultimate house spouse with top-notch homemaking expertise. Imagine owning a gas station and mechanic shop where you fix up cars, trucks, and motorcycles with your skills and unique flair. So there we go, motorcycles mentioned. After a bustling day, grab a quick bite from the fast food drive-thru. When the weekend arrives, will you kick your feet up in your plush recliner or tackle that ever-growing to-do list? Teach your teen auto repair in the driveway, share laughs and drinks with neighbors. Maybe you'll finally mow that wild lawn. I remember doing that what if video many years ago, suggesting, oh, what if we got lawn mowing in The Sims? Or hire the kid next door. Much to the delight of the nosy neighbor, send your teens to work as a fry cook, babysitter, tutor, car washer, hey, there we go, car washing, or a lifeguard at the community swimming pool. But how well do you really know the neighbors? What's hiding behind the seemingly idyllic facade of suburbia? Societal pressure may lead to dark secrets, hidden relationships, and even criminal activities. Will you shake the foundation or help maintain appearances in this dynamic suburban playground? So, I mean, there's a few ideas here and there where it's like, okay, that's cool, but really? A suburban pack? That's probably one of the last things we need. More suburban US worlds. Just, yeah, I could pass on that. Just take a few of those ideas and put them in other stuff. Last one is van life, which is another idea we saw last fall in a survey. So embark on a thrilling journey of self-discovery and freedom. Jump into your fully customized dream travel van and explore breathtaking destinations. Experience whimsical adventures as you meet fascinating people, swap stories, jam on new musical instruments, and share crafts and delicious recipes. Whether you're at truck stops or campgrounds and vibrant national parks, you'll encounter intriguing folks everywhere, even on the roadside when you pick up a friendly-looking hitchhiker. Embrace the minimalist lifestyle on the road. Tackle challenges like refueling, fixing a flat tire, or testing your mechanic skills with a roadside repair. Imagine waking up to a new stunning location every day, like quiet beaches, perfect for serene paddleboarding and surfing. Wait, I need to look back to see if it had all these same things as before. Whether you're traveling with your partner, family, friends, or going solo, hitting the road will weave rich generational tales as you live freely and celebrate your wanderlust. Alright, so I took a look back, and turns out it's pretty different from what they're suggesting now. Because while there is the theme of having a travel van and exchanging stories, that sort of stuff, there's a secondary elder-focused angle, which is not here in this more current version. So it looks like they are just trying to repitch this idea and see if it's more popular this time around. But I'm still raising the question of how well would this work in a closed world? Because this idea would have been amazing in The Sims 3. But I don't know. I just don't see how well it would work. Like, you basically just have a van teleporting to different locations, really. I just don't see it being all that interesting. I mean, I would love to have paddleboarding and surfing and new instruments, but those seem better for other packs. I mean, you know, I've been begging for a bands pack for quite a while now. So that is it for these surveys. The biggest takeaway, cars are coming. Well, no, but there's a much bigger chance of them happening given that they be presented in a few different ideas in the survey. So that makes me very happy. And well, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that ocean exploration one does end up happening. I mean, there's demand for refreshing mermaids, and this is giving us what we would have wanted in an island living refresh, except it's not a refresh. But yeah, while there's some ideas that I don't think will happen, like the reality TV one, and I'm not sure about work on wheels or van life, but there's definitely some interesting ideas going on too that I hope end up being real in the future. And that wraps up another Sims Info Thoughts video, so feel free to let me know your thoughts on this survey in the comments section below, and be sure to subscribe if you'd like to keep up with my latest gaming content. I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!